We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 as it'll be the Bisons of Sacramento taking on the New Orleans Saints. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Here we go, start! Deputy Ranger!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Johnson's got it complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down. Quick throw to Olave. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up second down. The Saints at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Open man downfield. It's Palmer. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Palmer, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. And you look at the Saints defense. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's taken to the 26. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls, because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separate. Play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go, because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Let's go.
first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
When you look at this defense,
it's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Warriors 70.
Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinating. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break.
He's got a man, complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown. Rashad White, an 80-yard touchdown.
And the Bisons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Count for 11. Count for 11.
They're going to look to throw.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To Mixon on the check down. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
65 catch. 65 catch. 18. Pioneer.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Open man downfield is Johnson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A gain of 32 that time.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 79 Broncos.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Dumps it off to Mixon. Touchdown, Saints.
Joe Mixon.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have taken the lead. Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ready, set, cut 19, cut 19. Cowboy 80.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Ready, ready.
2nd down and 6 now.
19 Lions. Go check, go check.
Now back to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Now 3rd down and very long.
Looking to throw. And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A real... Offensively, that was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. He'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
70 Rangers. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
White is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal.
65. Rig alert. 18 Rambler. 8.
They'll set up a throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Ready?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Come on.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
They'll look to throw here. He lets it go deep for Olave. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 93 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Now they'll audible to something else. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Ready? Let's go, let's go, let's go!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He completes it right side away. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Here's 2nd and 8. Forced out to his left.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Picked off by Marcus Williams. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Panther 11. Buffalo 18.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throwing out right here, caught by Alavo. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
18, Pioneer.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there at 22.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Trap 60.
They'll look to throw again.
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Second and 10.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half.
On the set.
3rd down and 6.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Broncos.
Back to throw again.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Check. possession, 60. Cup 19, Cup 19, 19 Lions.
He'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Mixon. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together?
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
This 2nd and 4. Now they'll change things up.
2nd and 4.
Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
And he's got his man on the out route. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Saints' 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and a yard.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
11 yards there, first down.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Three.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Left wing 19. Check, Bobcat.
First down, here's White. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Rashad White, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bisons take the block field goal and convert it into 6 points.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a couple.
70 Rangers, 7 Pirates. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got it at the 15.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Cowboy 80.
2nd and 13. Escaping the pressure right. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Third down and 1.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
An audible here to get a new look.
Rattler, 18 Rattler, 19 tight, 19 tight. 470.
Back to throw here. And it'll be intercepted. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
The Huskies are now on the clock. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are on the clock. With the next selection, the New York Jets. The Chicago Bears are now on the clock. It's the New England Patriots now on the clock. Now on the clock, it's the Las Vegas Raiders. The Dragons are on the clock. The Monarchs are now on the clock. And now on the clock, it's the 49ers. It's now the Indianapolis Colts selection. Now we turn to the Eagles. They're on the clock. The Los Angeles Rams are up. They're on the clock. With the next selection, it's the Washington Commanders. It's the New Orleans Saints, now on the clock. Next up, the Cincinnati Bengals are on the clock. The Condors are on the clock. It's the Cowboys, now on the clock. Next up, it's the Packers on the clock. The Kansas City Chiefs, now on the clock. With the next pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars are on the clock. The Armadillos are on the clock. Up next, the Philadelphia Eagles are on the clock. The Atlanta Falcons are now on the clock. The Black Knights are now on the clock. The Armadillos are on the clock. The Minnesota Vikings are now on the clock. The Elks are on the clock. The Washington Commanders are now on the clock. The Los Angeles Chargers now on the clock. With the next selection, the Lions are on the clock. The Condors are on the clock. The Houston Texans are now on the clock. The Huskies are now on the clock. Next up, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are on the clock. The New York Jets are now on the clock. On the clock now, the Chicago Bears. Next up, the Patriots are on the clock. The Las Vegas Raiders are on the clock. The Oilers are now on the clock. The Monarchs are now on the clock. The New York Giants on the clock. Now on the clock, the Los Angeles Chargers. The Philadelphia Eagles on the clock now. The Los Angeles Rams now on the clock. It's the Buffalo Bills now on the clock. With the next selection, the Saints are on the clock. The Cincinnati Bengals are on the clock. On the clock now, it's the Los Angeles Chargers. On the clock now, the Dallas Cowboys. The Green Bay Packers are on the clock. The Chiefs are on the clock. On the clock now, the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Armadillos are on the clock. It's the Philadelphia Eagles now on the clock. It's the Atlanta Falcons now on the clock. The Black Knights are now on the clock. Now we turn to the Eagles. They're on the clock. It's now the Vikings' turn. On the clock. The Elks are on the clock. The Chargers are up now. They're on the clock. Next up, the Commanders are on the clock. On the clock now, the Detroit Lions. The Panthers are on the clock. On the clock now, the Houston Texans. The Huskies are now on the clock. It's the Bucks now on the clock. Next up, the Jets are on the clock. The Detroit Lions now on the clock. On the clock now, the New England Patriots. The Las Vegas Raiders now on the clock. The Dragons are on the clock. The Monarchs are now on the clock. Now on the clock, the Giants. The Los Angeles Chargers now on the clock. Next up, the Titans are on the clock. On the clock now, the Los Angeles Rams. On the clock now, the New Orleans Saints. With the next selection, the Cincinnati Bengals are on the clock. It's the Dallas Cowboys now on the clock. On the clock now, it's the Green Bay Packers. On the clock now, the Kansas City Chiefs. The Jaguars are on the clock now. The Armadillos are on the clock. Up next, the Philadelphia Eagles are on the clock. With the next selection, the Falcons are on the clock. The Black Knights are now on the clock. The Oilers are now on the clock. And now on the clock, the Minnesota Vikings. The Elks are on the clock. Now on the clock, the Washington Commanders. Now on the clock, the Los Angeles Chargers. It's the Detroit Lions now on the clock. It's the Carolina Panthers now on the clock. Now on the clock, the Texans. The Huskies are now on the clock. On the clock now, it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The New York Jets on the clock now. The Chicago Bears are on the clock now. The New England Patriots are now on the clock. With the next pick, the Raiders are on the clock. The Dragons are on the clock. The Monarchs are now on the clock. The New York Giants are now on the clock. Next up, the Indianapolis Colts are on the clock. It's the Tennessee Titans now on the clock. Now on the clock, the Rams. On the clock now, the Buffalo Bills. The New Orleans Saints are now on the clock. The Bengals now on the clock. The Condors are on the clock. The Dallas Cowboys are now on the clock. The Green Bay Packers are now on the clock. With the next pick, the Kansas City Chiefs are now on the clock. The Jaguars are on the clock. The Armadillos are on the clock. The Philadelphia Eagles on the clock now.